because we've got some breaking news, and it's actually significant news regarding Chelsea. They've been charged with 74 rule breaches by the Football Association. Now, a statement from the FA says these are charges relating to breaches of regulations J1 and C2 of the FA Football Agents Regulations, as well as regulations A2 and A3 of the FA regulations on working with intermediaries, and regulations A1 and B3 of the FA third-party investment in player regulations. Now, the conduct that is the subject of the charges range from 2009 to 2022 and primarily relates to events which occurred between the 2010-11 season to the 2015-16 playing seasons. Chelsea has until the 19th of September, so they've got just over a week to respond. We will have more on that story shortly. I know that what I've just said there is very complicated. I know we will kind of dive into that and kind of make it a little bit more simple for you.
Right, Blues fans, we need to talk about what's just dropped today, because this is absolutely massive news for Chelsea Football Club. The FA have just slapped us with 74 charges. Yes, you heard that right. 74 separate charges, all relating to alleged breaches of agent regulations, intermediary rules, and third-party investment regulations. This is breaking news that's sending shockwaves through Stamford Bridge right now. Now, before anyone starts panicking in the comments, let me break this down properly for you. These charges aren't about anything that's happened under Enzo Maresca or our current ownership. We're talking about alleged breaches that span from 2009 right through to 2022, essentially the entire Roman Abramovich era. The FA are saying most of these issues center around the period between 2010-11 and 2015-16, which, let's be honest, were some of our most successful years under the Russians on ownership. If you're enjoying this breakdown and want to stay ahead of all the latest Chelsea developments, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're your go-to source for everything Chelsea, and with stories like this breaking, you don't want to miss a single update. Right, let's get back to unpacking this massive story. The specific players mentioned in connection with these alleged irregular payments include Eden Hazard, who retired from football in October 2023 after leaving Real Madrid. Samuel Eto'o, currently serving as president of the Cameroonian Football Federation and recently elected to the KF Executive Committee. And Willian, who is currently without a club after leaving Fulham in July 2025. Though it's crucial to stress there's absolutely no suggestion of wrongdoing on their part whatsoever. This is all about the financial arrangements behind the scenes, the payments to agents and intermediaries that may not have been properly declared or handled according to FA regulations. Here's where it gets interesting from a Chelsea perspective. Our current ownership group, led by Todd Bowley and Clear Lake Capital, have actually been the ones to bring this to light. When they completed their takeover in May 2022, they conducted what they've called a thorough due diligence process and discovered these potentially incomplete financial reports concerning historical transactions. Rather than trying to sweep it under the carpet, they immediately self-reported everything to the FA and other relevant regulators. Chelsea's official statement today makes it clear we're taking full responsibility for sorting this mess out. The club's saying they've demonstrated unprecedented transparency throughout this entire process, giving the FA comprehensive access to all our files and historical data. That's exactly the approach you want to see from our new ownership: complete openness and cooperation. Now, what could this mean for us going forward? The speculation ranges from financial fines to potentially more serious sporting sanctions like transfer bans or even points deductions if the charges are proven. However, sources close to the club are suggesting that because we self-reported these issues and have been so cooperative throughout the investigation, we're more likely looking at a financial penalty rather than anything that would directly impact Maresca's squad or our league position. We've got until September 19th to formally respond to these charges, and there's also a separate Premier League investigation that's still ongoing. But here's the thing that should give us some confidence. This isn't about financial fair play breaches in the traditional sense. These are regulatory breaches about how payments were structured and reported, not about us spending money we didn't have. Looking at the bigger picture, this whole situation actually reflects quite well on our current ownership. They could have easily tried to hide these historical issues, but instead they've been completely transparent from day one. That kind of integrity and openness is exactly what we want to see running our football club. The FA have been clear that this investigation focuses on matters that took place over a decade ago, well before our current management structure was in place. Enzo Maresca and his coaching staff can continue their excellent work building this exciting young squad. Remember, he's already won the UEFA Conference League and FIFA Club World Cup in his debut season without any of this historical baggage affecting their plans. What's encouraging is that we've already seen how our new ownership handles regulatory issues. Remember, we sorted out a $10 million settlement with UEFA last year over similar historical reporting issues. And that was resolved without any major drama or sporting sanctions. For Chelsea fans, the key takeaway here is that while 74 charges sounds absolutely enormous, the context matters enormously. These are historical issues that our current owners inherited and immediately flagged up themselves. We're not talking about ongoing wrongdoing or systematic cheating. We're talking about administrative and regulatory failures from a previous era that are now being properly addressed.